Hi, my name is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 4 in our Bluebell Woods series, and it's my CollageType design team project for April of 2023. Now, when we left off, we had done the belly band and the trifold on this page, and instead of just sticking it under the belly band, I put it on top. I'm still looking at maybe adding some ribbon or something down this side. I'm not sure. I may just leave it as is. Okay, and then the next page we did was the double pocket flip up page with the writing card. So I went back and I added the hedgehog and with the paper lace, and I of course inked it. Then I added the paper lace up here and a ribbon and the fox, and then the collage to the writing section and the 2 cards to the pocket. I might need to make this card just a smidge narrower. Then we had done this part already. We did this page, and I decided not to put any ephemera on it. Then we did the flip down. Come here, magnet. See, that's what I was worried about with this. You know what I could do is I could take one of these little decorative paper clips, and I've got them in green. And clip that on with that. Sorry about all that crinkling. Okay, we've got that clipped on. Then it won't come off. And then we've got our image here with our clear pocket, which I forgot to make a tag for because it was clear. So, yeah, that's that. We did that. And so now we're going to be working on this page. I went ahead and did the coffee dyed pages again. So this is 7, this is 8, this is 9, which is just a tuck. Little fuzzies from my inker on there. So on page 7, we're just going to do a CD flip out. So here's all the papers we need. It's kind of crazy when you start doing these, because you need paper for the front and the back of the CD, you need cards, you need the inside of the CD. So it looks like a lot, but it isn't. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out the circle for the CD. So we're going to do the front of the CD. And that's, let's see, let me take this off. Okay. Alright. It seems as soon as I start recording, everything starts dinging. It's because my, the people on my design team, a lot of them are in the UK. So, let's set this to the side. I guess that paper clip wasn't clipped to anything. And let's measure. And I decided to put this paper on the front and the back because you've got your different parts. So I'm going to do one from up here and try to get one from down here. If not, I'm pretty sure I have I have a duplicate of this page that I can use. So let's put our die to the side. We're also going to sew it shut. So here's my needles, here's my pokey tool. And I got this from Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling. Well, that's her group, actually, her Facebook group. Paper Lace and Bling is her shop, and it comes with the cork on it, so you don't poke yourself with the pokey tool. Not sure if she still has these or not. But she's got all kinds of lace and stuff. It's really a nice shop. She sent me some lace, too. But I don't have the box out right now. So we're doing more with that paper. Okay. And remember, we're going to have to cut it for pocket. So when I inked it, I inked this, well, on the front, I usually ink the whole cover so you have the inking around the inside here and the inking around the outside here. And I inked a little extra on this side so that even when we cut the paper, or you know, let's cut the envelope first. I'm going to put the pocket on the right side. I'm not sure if I said that or not. And now let's take a look at the width of the paper again. Just to make sure. I mean, I just took a sliver off. It shouldn't make any difference. Looks like we should have enough to do the back. Now the CD, the hole for the die that I use, should I cut that the other way? I did. So I have to remember that the page goes sideways instead of this way. I really wanted it to be this way, but it's not going to work. Well, yeah, no, it's not going to work. It's one size smaller. It's a 3-inch circle, which I have a 4-inch, but I like using the 3, and that gives me a little bit of wiggle room when I put it on. And forgot what I was going to say. I keep my die in CD covers so that I can see what's inside each package. Now, I really probably should get some clear die storage thingies, but I'm getting so many die that I would have to get so many to catch up to where I'm at with the CDs that I have, that I haven't really done that. Now, I didn't put washi on that to hold it because I've done the circle in the center so many times that I don't really feel like I need to. And now we'll have the circle that we can use as a card Get out of there. The die cutting machine I use is a Sizzix Big Shot, and when you get the PDF, the step-by-step PDF that you can get if you're a Facebook group member, the Sweet Pea Papers, then there's links to the items I use the most at the end of the PDF. So that gives you a direct link to it. You don't have to search for it on Amazon, which has the best price that I've seen so far. It matches everywhere else. A little hard to ink because it's kind of floppy. And then don't forget to do the circle in the middle. It's just like when you do a window and you're adding the acetate, except for this just has the acetate already on it. Just make sure you've got all of it and all of it is even. And I inked the wrong side. You guys were watching me do that, probably going, what is she doing? She's yammering on. And she's not paying attention to what side of the paper she is inking. So this is already measured to the cut CD folder, and the reason I did that is so I'd have that little bit of a border on the side where I cut it, instead of if you already have the paper on and it goes over to where you want it to, then you cut it off, then you lose your little, you know, your little edge inking. Forgot where I left off. The brown looks good with this color. The vintage photo. I'm using vintage photo throughout the whole videos. Okay. Just stuck my thumb in the glue. Well, at least my thumb won't go anywhere. Alright, so we discovered that I had cut it sideways. So now I'm going to use the same paper, so I'll need to do it the same way on the back. I chose to put it on, it's a circle so you can turn it. I chose to put it on with the words to the music facing this way. So that's what I'm always telling you guys about. What was I going to say? About making your text face the right way. Okay, so I kind of messed that one up. So now we're going to need to put a magnet on it. Okay. Then this is directional, even though this faces the wrong way for me, but this has got writing here that needs to be right side up. So, no, this is the, goodness. This is the paper. There are just so many different colors of paper and such. So I like this. And I want this corner here to be my paper. So we need to get the book out. Should have done this first, or maybe even off camera. Oh, and I wrote everything down to go on the right side of the page, and it's going to be the left side. So, because I wasn't paying attention as to which way the page faced. I had to keep looking for my mark that I made in that green leaf. It's kind of hard to find. Okay. I like this paper. This is from the backing paper part of the kit. Which is the half that's at the Teddy Treasure Shop. This was a collab between CollageType and Teddy Treasure Shop, which I didn't know. Even though I'm on the design team for CollageType, they only share the joint groups with the admins and mods to do their projects with them. If we want to do them, except for like this one, Nanine sent me the half, her half, because I didn't even know, and I just asked for the half. So that was nice of her. But usually I don't do the two-parters unless I buy the papers myself for a separate project, which I've done. I have done that before. Journal for a Gentleman, you should check that out. That's a big lap book that I did. Was it a trifold? Might have been a trifold. Either way, there was a bunch of stuff in it. Flips and flaps and all the stuff you associate with a lap book or a trifold. Big glob of glue. I had to look at that and see which side I felt like was right side up. And slide that around to get it on right. I was looking at this by accident for a second there. And what did I do that I needed to do, or what didn't I do before I needed to glue the paper down? All I needed to do was cut and ink the paper, not add it to the book. It was because I had the book open. So now we're going to add this up here. Then we'll be okay. So we've already got the glue there. Now we can add the other magnet. Here it is. And this matches up to the one on the CD cover. This is all still pretty wet. So then what I want to do is paper the inside of the CD cover. But I've got this paper out, so I'm going to go ahead and paper the back. Now that I've got the magnets on there, then I'm okay for papering it. I can't believe I put the paper in the book. Silly me. Tricks are for kids. If you're old enough to remember that. Okay, let's double check this. Now there was enough paper to ink along here where you would see maybe from the seam. I'm going to try to get as close to that as possible, because there's the plastic from the window right there and it won't take the ink, or at least not this ink anyway. We'll take what is it called? Alcohol ink. So if you're doing a mixed media on the flip out, which would be very cool, I might add, then you could ink it on with that. Okay, so the text is right side up this way. And I was going to put, in fact, I think I will. I think it will still close. If it doesn't, if the magnet doesn't grab when I get done, then I will switch to a card from the envelope. There's 2 envelopes with the kit. I love the little envelopes. I have a little bunny and something else on the other one. So I wanted to use both. So let's get a piece of acetate out. I'm going to use it for page 10 as well. So all we're going to do is make a belly band for this side. So we'll glue this on. I'm hoping we don't go over because of me sewing it in. And I'm hoping I don't have any trouble. Oops. And I wonder if this is going to be big enough. What did I do with the... And then this is the paper for the CD card and for the inside of the CD cover. I think that's what we'll do, is I'll do this off camera. You guys have seen me do this before. We'll sew it up. Then if we still have time, we'll come back and do them on camera. So now this, all we need to do is score it. Isn't that sweet? We have to use it. It's just like the other one we made. It must have been made with some, on the same page as some ephemera that I put on the page, and so I felt like it didn't need to be printed on the back. And now I'm wishing I had printed on the back, but I just took the ink dauber and made the back of the paper brown. And one less side. And of course I've inked the outside and the flap, but you can't ink those four outside, well, the sides, until you have folded it up. So looks like I may have got this side just a smidge off. Yeah, just a little wide. Now this is the top. So we'll glue this down. And the cover on the inside of the CD is glued on just, or the size is done just like any card that you would be making to make it fit. Okay, so let's bone folder this. Look at me zoom along. Then we're going to put it under here. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, and the magnet's right there. So we should be fine. Yeah. Now we can put it on the page. We could even now this is the inside of the circle, so it's just not quite big enough to use to fill in for the back, or it's also not quite big enough to fit as the card that we use. Now in this case we're using the same as the back and the inside, so you never know, it might, but so yeah, let's do this. We'll have him move over, and we'll have this stick out over here like so. Very nice. Alright, now we'll put it in the book. I just realized I have my yucky work sweater on. If you hear a slight noise in the background, my heater's on. I had to leave it on because it was so cold in here that I think my brain was going to freeze. I think it did a couple times. I started a sentence and then couldn't remember where I was going with it. Which, actually, that's not so unusual, I guess. Guess I have brain freezes all the time. So see, this color combination is going to work out nice. Doesn't want to slide because it was glued down before. There we go. Try not to get acetate on this. Get it on your fingers. Fabri-Tac. So then all we need to do is make the card. Oh, it opens on the top. That's fine. I wanted the... I actually wanted it on this side, didn't I? So that it would open up on this side. But that's alright because it came out on the top. So it's still easy to access. We don't have to worry about the inside of the book. I don't know what I was thinking. I just cut the wrong side. It's alright. It'll be fine. Oh, we're going to put a... what kind of pocket are we going to put on here? Well, I had down that we were going to make an acetate pocket, but got enough of this left over. we could make a pocket out of it. Wouldn't be a hidden pocket. I don't know that I really like that. What about this piece? Does it line up? Oh, look at that. There's the rest of it right there. So, put it down here. No, that wouldn't work. Yeah, it does. Okay. So then I need to cut it this wide. And a smidge off the edge. So I need to put this line in further. See if we can do it. And the reason we have to take a hair off one end is to get the image to line up. If we can get it to line up, then we can end up with a hidden pocket, and that would be kind of cool. Oh yeah. Haha. So now we just want to ink the outside 3 sides. Take that pencil mark off there. Got a little carried away. Very nice. And then I'll make a card to go in there. Haha. Ta-da! And that isn't really the exact piece where it continued on. It was another piece from whatever, but when we flipped it around, it happened to line up. Okay. So now we're going to do this piece, which is going to be pretty darn easy. We have a page, which I inked the paper. Love this paper. It's going to go on like that. Then we're going to have 2 acetate pockets. Now I was going to crisscross or just make one big diagonal. I don't know though, that would be kind of fun to have an odd shape pocket. doesn't want to write on the acetate. There we go. And that would be kind of fun to just have a strange sized pocket. See if I can cut it. I had to cut just another smidge off there because it's just a teeniest bit of red ink. Let's see if I can figure out how I was going to have it on there. I think I had it like this. Nope. I know that wasn't the way I originally had it. I think I had it like this. But flip it over. Fits like this, which I know that if I turn it over it'll be this corner, and that was where I originally had it, but it goes on a page that opens that way. So let's flip it over and put it on this side. Okay, so I want to put the glue on this side so I don't get confused. We may go a few minutes over. And then we'll make it into a tuck. I believe that's what I want to do. And this leaves a little bit of a tint, so that's why, wow, I got crazy on that glue. And I inked the page already. So that's kind of fun, just something different. No, it isn't too late to slide it down. Oh, okay. You know the saga of the dogs barking? Now I can hear the person snoring at night. So I've been having to listen to music while I'm doing stuff, which I don't normally do. I like to concentrate. I just pointed at my head like you guys could see it. If I lean over too far, I guess you can see it. I'm trying to decide whether to let my hair grow out because it's mostly white, or to color it again, which is like a darker reddish brown, which I really like. But my friends are like, be proud of your white. I don't know about all that. I've got about, I don't know, 4 inches grown out. My hair's down to my shoulders, so I don't know. It just kind of looks like I don't take care of it. Don't really want to cut it. I mean, maybe trim it, yeah, but don't necessarily want to cut it. You know, to cut off some of the color. I love the color. I've colored it the exact same color, and I mean exact, the same color number and everything, same brand, same everything since I was 20 years old, and I just turned 60. So they've had that for 40 years, so I'm assuming that's a very popular color. Okay, so now I understand that this looks upside down, but that's because the stem is cut off in the leaves. This is correct. The lettering is all right side up on here. Okay, so that's it. And then we've got our back page here. Oh, I didn't realize that was next to that. I think it'll be all right. So then we want to open this up. Let's get it all lined up. It still isn't lined up exactly. There we go. And we'll get this lined up. I want it up just a little bit from the bottom. And then I'm going to clip it in. See if this goes in far enough. Yep. Now I don't want this to turn sideways, so normally I clip one at the bottom and one at the top, but I'm going to clip this both bottom sides. I want it to be straight as possible. And then I'll clip the top so it doesn't move. And then I should be able to sew it that way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our handmade cushion. It's just some bubble wrap, or you know, foam wrap, and some bubble wrap inside of a lovely Amazon packaging. That gave it even more of a cushion. I'm going to take our pokey tool, with that card in there. I think I'll use my We Are Memory Keepers only because the pokey part is fatter. And I think I'm going to need a bigger hole than what my one from Lisa does. So, then one in the center, approximate. I don't really care. Now, this is where my card was up there. And then one up here. So it's okay that that one's a little closer to the bottom. Hopefully, yeah, we got it twice, barely. I should have put this one up just a little bit. Where's the cover for that before I pokey my hand with the pokey tool? So put those away. This was really close. I should have gone up a little higher. Got my ring caught on my clips that were clipped to the bookshelf, so I can just reach back and unclip one and get it. Got my ring caught on it and I about yanked my thumb off. So the one I always use, I put pointy side up. The rest of them I put with the loop or the hole up so I can just grab it. And I'm going to use this floss, embroidery floss, and I want to go 1, 2, It's like this little lady's doing a hula dance. 3, and then some, because it doesn't look like I quite went the height. So we're going to give it a little bit extra. And then I cut a slice in this so I can just stick the end in there. All right. So we're just going to go out through the middle. Back in through the top. Back out through the bottom. Don't lose this end. And then back in through the center. Try not to, you don't want to split that thread. And come back up on the opposite side. Get one on one side and one on the other. And you want to pull it tight. And then you just want to tie it. And if you want to use a surgeon's knot, put it through twice. I believe that's how you do it. Yeah. And then I just do a regular one. Now these you could leave hang down and put beads on. This is way long enough. So I may do that. That would be kind of fun. Okay? So that's all there is to it. Can't believe I did that in 4 minutes. Wow. That's like a world record for me. Absolutely, positively. Okay? So now we've got a fat book that we really are going to have to tie shut. It's a good thing we put the ribbons on. So we've got the cover and this page. I'm going to do a flip through video, so this is sewn in. I have to do that. And I need to do that. Okay, so we're not done. And then it just ties with this green ribbon. There we go, like so. And then maybe some beads. If not, I'll just trim it. Okay? So that's it for this video. That's it for this book, except for those 2 cards. I will see you in the next video, and that will be our flip through video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, thank you for following me with this series, and I'll see you in the next series. Okay, bye bye.